Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck hit straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this meditation practice will help for us to develop our conventional life as ordinary people, and at the same time, out of that conventional development, how we can gain our spiritual success. So when it comes to the very foundation of our mind, our life, it's very important to know the mind is the key point. And even when it comes to the mind, it is not the just thought arising in that mind. Behind that thought, there is a kind of like an intention, desire. So if you are not aware about the mind and the intention or the desire, sometimes by the time you get into many kind of situations in life which you don't know why it happened like that. It is not somebody else do it for you. Even it is not just your own karma going to take you there. So when it comes to the Buddhism, it's always about cause and effect. So the cause and effect depend on intention, not the karma. So whatever you have done, according to that, exactly you're going to get whatever in the future. No, it's not like that. According to necessary cause and conditions, you going to get into situations. So the intention, what the intention that does, intention creates certain kind of cause and conditions around us. So that's why it is important for you to come to a very clear point in your life and have a very clear intention. So the intention is not about your past, it's not about your future. So the intention always happens in the moment. So that is another way we explain being in the moment. Being in the moment doesn't mean that whatever that you just knowingly you just stay with the moment. No, you have to know the intention behind this all in this very moment. So when it comes to that, what are the benefits that you can gain out of knowing this intention? So, one of the major important part in our life that we have kind of like attachment, relationship, and we have kind of like a ownership. We build up material world, physical life around us, believing this is me, this is my, this belong to me. So in that way, what happens? We build up a certain kind of tangles around us, and it create a kind of like a limitations around you, which in the future, as a result, you bound to some kind of responsibilities. So this, by the time, build up some kind of unsatisfaction, fear, anxiety, depression, that kind of things. So if anybody look for happiness or the satisfaction or development in the conventional life, so the very first thing that you have to remember, you have to be aware about your attachment, because those are the hindrance going to be around you. So whatever you attach going to bounce back to you. So, and other thing is, sometimes we think, oh, attachment, I can get out of it at any time. We think like that. I can give up anything. But it's not like that. It's not easy like that. So that's why then you have to know the science of detachment. So today we are going to talk about it a little bit, because it's a kind of like a big subject, but still we're going to touch a little bit and see in day-to-day life how you can apply this. So when it comes to attachment, basically we follow the information related to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, all these six senses. And so whatever the things around us, maybe when we experience that in that very moment, it creates a kind of like a attachment. So to create that kind of attachment, deeply inside you also have to have some kind of habitual patterns to go with it. Basically, most of time you attach to same things again and again. That's why it happens like that. Even though it is basically in the outside world, there is inside something happening. So which we don't see. But when the outside things appear, that inside things ignite. So that's a memory, sanskara, cankers, mental formations, habitual patterns. You can name it in many ways. But somehow, when you see something, when you hear something, smell something, taste something, feel something, in that very level, as you know, your eye never going to satisfy anything. Your eye not going to see, or your eye not going to happy about anything. Ear the same, the nose the same, tongue the same, body the same. Those are just faculties that welcome the perception. And out of that, what happens? The feelings arise. Out of the contacts, the feelings arise. So once the feelings arise, out of that feelings, we start to think. So when we think, what happens, we bring our past, experience it and add it, and then we build up some kind of concept related to that moment of experience. That concept can build up kind of like it can has a way to categorize things: good, bad, neutral, good feelings, pleasant feelings, unpleasant feelings, neutral feelings. So this all happen in your mind. And so whenever you see something, if you don't have the attachment to that whatever you see, then it has no ability to effect for you. So then how you can come to that level? When it comes to hearing, smell, taste, feelings. So where you can recognize the whatever the moment of experience, nothing wrong with it and cannot do anything to you. And how you can find the freedom from it. So most of the time we are planning to find the freedom ahead in the future. But you have to remember, you have to find the freedom in the moment. So once you are capable to find the freedom in the moment, it's become a skill to you. That skill build up some kind of environment in you. By the time naturally you already have the freedom. So then in the moment within your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that whatever arising there, whatever in the moment you experience, find the freedom with that. How you can do it? Don't attach to it. So, but even though we say don't attach to it, it's not easy to do that. So you have to have some kind of wisdom. That is where the wisdom part comes. Because the most powerful thing that we can use as human beings, our awareness. So awareness brings the wisdom. So once you aware what you experience, then you will see it is change. Once you know whatever you experience is changeable, then you're not going to attach to, you cannot claim to it. So that is where little by little moment of freedom you can gain. Be aware about the change. The change, especially, it's a both outside object and at the same time that inner experience, inner feelings. So once you see this change, what happens? The mind, your awareness become more clear, sharp, and then you get into a momentary freedom, and step by step, the mind start to withdraw from this past and the future dependency. And once you have that ability, little by little, you are capable to settle down within the very moment of experience. So then remember, the very first thing that you have to remember, to know that what you experience is belong to change. And there is nothing in this world that you can claim as you. There is nothing. And when it comes to this all, the most difficult part to detach, to let go, is not the outside world. That is our self-centered view. Remember that. So when it comes to self-centered view, we think, oh, I can let go when it happened in that very moment. And we are so focused to certain big things, and we are waiting for big things to let go. But when that big things happen, we collapse. So why it happened like that? Because in day-to-day life, all this 24/7, with your all the perception when you experience with your six senses, what happened invisibly, silently, you have slowly deeper attachment to it. You have deeper conversation, relationship to it. You don't aware about it. You don't think about it. So as example, I see this cup, and then I think, oh, I can let go it. I can let go it. If I know it is breakable, well, anytime I can let go it. So what happens? Every day, I see this cup, and my invisible, this subconscious mind slowly capture this, and it's become part of my environment. And it become very familiar to me. And I know it is there. And by the time, what happens? I slowly start to get attached to it. But it doesn't make a kind of like a big effect in me. But this is how it happened. The attachment always with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind always go towards something, and using this all the six senses, our mind, our consciousness, depending on attachment. So then this all the little things I keep attached, I waving my web, and that is where I build up my self-centered view. And by the time when the big things happens, I can't let go. Why? Because it's already, I'm build up the system. So then what you need to do? Each and every moment, every day, try to detach from things, even with the little things around you. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense. This paper, this napkin, it's just a napkin. Of course, you can throw it away. But when the thing is, when you start to see it every day, it is here. It's become part of you. And that is where the mind accumulate, hold it to things. That is where your deeper desires become stronger with the situations. And that is where you can't let go when the big things happen. Why? Because all the small things around. So small roots strong and hold it, and the big root maybe even the big root damage that the small roots hold you. So that's why always remember, when it comes to letting go, releasing your desires, always, every day, for little things, you have to practice with that things. Another thing is that your own self-centered view. It's not about others. We can, we can justify many things that happen around us. for other people. We can, bring our opinions about situations, but it's not going to help for us. End of the day, our own self-centered view going to hold us to this samsara. So then little by little, try to let go your own self-centered view, because that is the most difficult and hard part. When it comes to that, you have to know the mechanism of impermanence so deeply that everything moment by moment change, and also things happen according to many cause and conditions, and that change, even though things appear like something, it is a process. It's like the waterfall. So you see the waterfall, but it is not a kind of like a something unchangeable, unmovable structure. The waterfall always changing, but we can see something there. Another thing is the river. It always changing, but we can't see it like that. We see there's the river. So the very nature for our mind is we always need some kind of unmovable structure to get attached. So that's why it's kind of like taking a picture. So when you try to take a picture or selfie, photo, so like that, so you always say, okay, don't move, wait, kind of like that. Because if you move, cannot capture. So you have to stay steady, unmovable. You have to be unmovable to capture. So like that, our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind is everything captured because it look like unmovable. But this everything moving, changing. If it is change, you can't capture like that. So then that whatever you captured, you keep it as a memory. And out of the memory, you build up concept. So then the incident gone, even that memory gone, but the concept that you build start to take you forward, and out of that concept, so whatever you're going to experience tomorrow, you're going to justify it. But it's that what you justify as ideas or thoughts or something like that, it's only your point of view. Maybe we come with right and wrong, good or bad. It's all our point of view. But beyond that, beyond that, not to go into outside world, you have to have the ability to go into inside you, have the introspection and clear your point of view, your self-centered idea, and come to the clarity with your awareness. And once you have the awareness, from there, the way you experience the world going to change. The way you experience the world going to become different. The way you're going to experience the world become new. The way you're going to experience the world become free. So that freedom, in both ways it works. You become free from the world become free from you. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapateva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself naturally as it is. So when it happens, just recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Be aware about it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside, your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhamma anudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Blessed you.